Hi guys, Dave Pinson here, Philippine Bible Ministry, back in California at my uncle Leo's house. Um, yeah, so it's quite a rough trip, but I mean it's a good trip. We had a really great trip actually. We had a 10-hour layover in Manila, so we rented this lounge thing where you go in and you get a shower and you get all you can eat, which was fine. I wasn't that hungry, but it was good to have a respite there, and it actually helped. And then it was a late flight, so we didn't leave till 11 p.m. And everybody it was wild because normally we don't leave at that hour, and we slept almost the whole way because we were exhausted, and I think everybody was exhausted on that plane. So that part was good. And then the guy next to me, he did an upgrade after the flight took off, and so we had 3 seats for the two of us, and it was pretty good. And we got in late last night, about 1 a.m. It's about 10 a.m. now on Saturday the 14th. So we lost a day. Well, we gained a day, sort of. We arrived at like an hour. We arrived 2 hours before we left on the same day because of the time change. And when we go back, we'll lose that day. So it all works out. So I just wanted to say hi, and I'll be posting some videos here whenever I can. I don't know when that will be because right now I have a moment of quiet, but I think pretty soon it won't be quiet here. Anyway, well, we're just excited to be here, and the only thing I want to share, sort of a short thing. First of all, I'm glad to be here, and thanks to my mom, Gay. She's one of my moms. I have many moms, but so I'm posting this for her just so she understands. And everyone really, I just miss my family so much. I'm gonna see my dad one, even if I might even drive up there to see him up in Grass Valley, California. I don't care. I think we're gonna carve out the time to see my father because she made me realize that we only have so many days on this what do they call it, this mortal coil, and you never know. Someone's 80 in there, getting there up mid to higher 80s. You might want to go see them. So I just want to share one thing that was kind of cool. When we come into customs in LA, it's a lot different. It's a lot different, and we thought it was going to be worse. Like, they got this deporting thing and immigration. It's probably going to be really strict, and we didn't really know what I didn't really know what to expect. So my wife is a U.S. citizen. She lived in the U.S. for 14 years, became a citizen 13 years. So we go on the U.S. passport side, and then we get up there, and there's a little thing that scans your face and takes your picture and says come with a green check. They go, you're done. And so I go and I stop at the desk because I think that's like a preliminary thing, And what are they going to do now? Now I'm going to show them my passport, and I go, why are you, what? Nope, you don't even have to show your passport anymore. You're done. Meaning, I guess that thanks to the AI, maybe, or saying some kind of, they know who you are. And the thing it made me think about right away was that's how it's going to be if you belong to the Lord. That's how it's going to be when you leave this earth. He knows who you are. It's like check. No, you don't need to stand in line. There's not a long line getting into heaven. Like people. I tell stories. I've heard stories about there's a long line getting into heaven and blah blah blah. But it's not like that. It's just like absent from the body, present with the Lord. And it's like click. So I thought about that green little click check mark. That's great. Thank you, Lord. And because I thought about we're already accepted, and so the one verse that I always bring up for you guys because it's always in my heart because it's not the words you want to hear. Get away from me, I didn't know you. So many will come on that day, and they're talking about the judgment day. They're not talking about the rapture or anything like that. But the judgment day, that's a pretty settled day. No matter what people's end times beliefs are, everybody's, as far as I know, and maybe there's some that aren't, but most people believe there's a judgment day, right? Most people I know, most different kinds of beliefs in Christendom believe that. So on that day, it says, many will come to me and say, but Lord, didn't I do these things in your name, cast out demons and do all these works in your name? Meaning that not only meaning that they believed they were Christian, or they said they were Christians. Everyone thought they were Christians, but they were in the ministry, whatever that is. We talk about that all the time. And they were doing works, It's like, well, were we doing works in your name? And Jesus said, get out of here, I don't know you. In other words, we don't know him. In other words, when they go and put their face at the camera, they get a red check, probably a red X. It probably goes, and you go, sir, come with us. We need to go ask you some questions. Except in that case, there's not even any questions. It's just like, no, you don't know him. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for the Lord. I'm grateful, even though there's been a cost to my ministry, um, a huge cost, I would say, a huge cost to my wife and I, as far as certain things go in the U.S., certain relationships. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to stay too open on that, but it's been painful. But all glory be to God, and I'm just grateful for everything He gives us, Lord. And anyway, I'm grateful. So hopefully we'll all get that green check, and hopefully even more than that, we'll hear that "Well done, good and faithful servant." Um, People think everybody hears that. I don't think everybody hears that, but as long as we're faithful and the works that we do, they won't all be burned up. God bless you guys. Ta ta for now.